In this video, I am going to discuss about there are certain things about the drill site safety. Before commencement of any drilling operation, there should be certain prescribed to and fro and prescribed preventive measures and some laws and some specific drilling protocols so that safety must be adhered by everybody, it, including geologists, site drillers. There should not be any confusion, and proper protocols must be followed by all so that risk of any accident can be minimized and rather it may be avoided because all accidents are preventable. So proper awareness must be mentioned before commencement of any drilling to everybody, whoever directly or indirectly involved in this drilling. So with this objective, let's start. See, drilling in at any area, different type of geological terrain drilling is challenging at certain circumstances, especially during monsoon season or during any snowfall at polar region or higher elevation area. There are certain challenges, and to avoid those challenges, we should not compromise in any of the safety aspects because there are certain tendency at certain places to cost cutting to minimize the expenses. Often these safety protocols are neglected. This should not be the case in any of the drilling adventures. Wherever drilling starts, the objective must be clear to each and everybody. It is not like that geologist, site geologist think that is driller's job. No, safety should be ensured by everybody, whoever involved in drilling. So these three aspects, anticipate, recognize and prevent, are main aspects before commencement of any drilling. So we'll be highlighting all these aspects in brief in a comprehensive manner, okay, so that risk can be removed, and risk may be of different kinds. So those all the aspects I'm going to discuss in this video, because rules by themselves will not prevent any accident. We will have to act on that. So most common accidents at drill sites are, it is written here, these are the certain points, bullet points are written, you can see: struck by pipes, ducts, bars, wrenches, hammers, horses, machines parts. Once it stuck, suddenly machine if you start and some material gone inside, it can blast. So those things must be taken care of. Then over relaxation while lifting pipes, ducts, bar, boxes, bags, machine parts. Over relaxation while pulling, pushing wrenches. We must be careful every time. Okay, then falling, jumping from non-moving vehicles. Okay, then fall from scaffolds, stairs, ladder, slipping on ice or mud, then tripping on matting, pipe, trap, and others. Motor vehicle incidents, because drilling affairs to conduct smooth functioning, most of the times several vehicles are required, but the periphery must be secured because motor vehicle must not be moving here and there. That should be part specific position. So motor vehicle incidents like jackknifed, overrun with no collision, then caught in drilling other machinery, exposure to noise, several types of problem may happen. So well in advance we must have awareness, and operator's role is very much important to protect and to be protected and let other get proper protection. This must be ensured by on-site geologists as well as drillers There should be proper understanding among themselves. These three parts, listen, see, and feel, are very much important, utmost important. For unusual sound, you must, whenever you heard about any unusual sound from coming out from machine, we must check, see, you must gauge properly any leakage or smoke or any intense heat. Those things you must understand. Any smoke is coming, then you have to feel any excessive temperatures, like that. Every aspects must be, whenever you feel any unnatural things, you must immediate address those and check. So from that point of view, fault finding is very much important. System fault will generate symptoms. Of course, for any fault finding, we must understand the symptoms. We have to recognize those symptoms like excessive heat or excessive noise, some leakages, extreme vibration, or reduced performance. Whenever these kinds of unnatural activities are recognizable, then and there we must stop drilling and first check all the aspects. After assurance, after recognizing the problem, it must be solved, then further drilling operation must be continued. For fault finding charts, then identify problem area and rectify the fault. This is the main chart. You must address all the problems accordingly. So there are of course certain advantages of preventive maintenance, because naturally it will give higher productivity, less breakdown, less accidents, most importantly, dependable service, smooth performance, less expenditure on repairs and replacements, prolonged life. So for that, there are certain things, at least basic requirements is to understand the whatever. There are certain tendencies I have observed, people without reading the proper manuals, safety protocols, suddenly start using the commodities or any machineries. First we must understand. So first read the, in any, whenever you are working with some chemicals or some machineries unknown, you have not experienced, you must read, go through the proper manuals, then only you start working with that. Otherwise definite accidents may happen. Never neglect any symptoms, as I told, because if you see, and observation is also essential, because see this flow chart, this overall chart, types of accident at drill site, you must recognize what type of accidents are more frequent. If you see, over exertion related accidents, struck by, then fall from elevation, fall on same level, other bodily motion, and others. Different type of, you must categorize those so that it can be addressed properly. Then source of injury in drill sites. See, working surface, metal items, vehicles, bodily motion, hand tools, and others. Like that, you must categorize. Then injuries to the body due to accidents in drill sites. There also we have to categorize. Body parts injury, wrist, back, knee, ankle, shoulders, and others. This is having definite implications, for long lasting implications, and to address the all problems, such kind of detailed analysis is required so that it can be minimized, such kind of problem. So we must learn to recognize a risk and know what action we should take to prevent this risk becoming an accident. When we have achieved this, safe working becomes our normal practice. To address that, we must understand the importance of safety protocols. Let us make a safe workplace A safe workplace is achieved only by continuous efforts from all concerned with the safety. Not only it is geologist's job or driller's job, it is everybody's job. For example, keep working area clean because suppose some grease you have just poured here and there, then what will happen? You yourself will fall sleep. So these kinds of at least these kinds of precaution can must be taken up. Safe person at work are safety minded, and those kinds of safety mind personalities are essential. And these kinds of mind setup should be there for everyone. If they see a hazard, they do something about it immediately. You should not see, we'll take care of this later on. No, that should not be the practice. Safe persons recognize the problems and always take responsibility to guard themselves and others against risk. A list of possible safety hazards around drill rig would include the floors, walkways, means of access to and egress from the work areas, poor control of dust and fume emissions, bad lighting or ventilations, excess noise, vibration, unsafe chemicals or materials, improperly storing. These kinds of uh, irresponsible attitude may give possibilities of enhanced risk. So accidents and accident preservation must be dealt in every time, because we should avoid accidents because these are caused. They don't just happen. What is an accident? If we analyze, it is an unexpected, unplanned event. Sometimes it may be fatal, it may give injury or machine breakdown. Whatever is the problem, we must address. The result of sequence of events and accidents may cause physical harm to people or property. Property harm also can be avoided, not only physical harm. Both are important. An accident can cause pain at the time or and at later events. So we should not neglect whenever accident happen or some cutting or somehow you get injury. Immediate you should not neglect. Immediate you must go to the doctor or some at least some therapy you must take. Problems to oneself and one's family by possible loss of earning or inability because of permanent injury to continue to earn one's living with consequent difficulties for dependents and in extreme circumstances death. So these all kind of mishaps can happen, and it must be analyzed well in advance so that these kinds of problematic situation may be avoided. Not all accidents cause personal injury. Some accidents have other outcomes. For instance, plant or property may be damaged. That is also very difficult to accept. No, any type of accident must be avoided. How do we prevent accidents? The use of safety attire by drilling crew and supervisors should be compulsory. The safety attire include use of hard toe boots, hard hats or helmets, tight dress, hand gloves. These should be used wherever parts with fins or uneven surface are to be handled. Then safety glass should be used while cutting wood using hammer or other kinds of minute activities. All rotating parts like chains, belt, chuck or spindle etc. should be provided with safety guards. The use of safety belts should be compulsory when working on drill platform or mast on derrick. At any higher elevation portion, you should not take risk. You have to uh, tie yourself with proper safety belt, then only you work on high altitude small macha or small platform. All pressure and temperature gauges should be maintained functional. All relief valves should be kept functional. These are the at least some basic requirements. How do we prevent accidents? First aid kits should be available at drill sites every time. Not only drill site, even in camp. Fire extinguishers should be provided and maintained at all drill sites and at places where POL is stored. Okay, any kinds of diesel, any kinds of fume, those things must be additionally taken care of. Any diesel or any petrol, those things very must be handled very carefully. The operators and technicians should be periodically trained in safe working methods. Often you can, if required, you can conduct safety drills. Neat and hygienic camping facilities should be provided to the staff, and periodical medical checkups should be arranged, especially where uh, large scale drilling affairs is going on. In those cases, periodic medical checkups are essential, and these things should be often at regular basis must be checked. Quality rod handling tools, simple machines such as pulley, blocks, etc. should be provided at the drill sites. And you must ensure critical item horses, wire ropes, pipe wrenches, rods. These should be periodically inspected and replaced. Apart from these kinds of primary risk, there are certain secondary risks, indirect risks. What are those secondary risks? When looking at everyday's objects around the site, we should ask ourselves why they are made in this manner. It is because a risk is involved. For example, why there's a vent hole in a kettle lid. It is to permit steam formed when water boils to escape so that unsafe pressure, extra pressure does not build up in the kettle. Similarly, by recognizing the risk and providing a vent, the process of boiling water is made safer. But we should take this a step further and ensure that vents points away from our hand when we pick up the kettle to make the tea. Like that, wherever these kinds of situations are natural, we have to take care of ourselves by keeping ourselves at safe distance and safe manner. When accidents occur, each accident has to be probed into the causes. Necessary corrective actions to be taken, and details of such accidents with causes and preventive methods should be immediately informed to the concerned authority so that authority can take action accordingly to prevent future similar damages. In summary, we must look around you. It's collective responsibility. Recognize potential probable hazards, eliminate them if you can, or otherwise you inform authority. Watch out for secondary risks as well and guard against them. Report possible problems, prevent it from happening again. With this background, I would like to express my sincere thanks for watching this. Thank you.